So the 2020 slash 2021 Summer Olympics have now come and gone. And I always tune in. I love the Olympics. But what's going to be really interesting is these Olympics won't be remembered for what happened in the competition or on the field, if you will. What they're going to be remembered for forever is what one brave competitor, young lady in Simone Biles, and what she did off the court or off the field, which is she chose not to compete due to her mental health. We are a company that prioritizes and preaches our clients wealth, health, and happiness. And I think it's important to look at what she did very courageously and how it will impact and what decisions she made for her wealth, her health, and her happiness. So let's start with health. You think of an Olympic athlete, especially the greatest gymnast of all time, considered in Simone Biles, and a picture of health. She's mentally strong to compete at this level. She's physically an Adonis, and at the end of the day, she pulled out of competition because she was not mentally focused and was afraid that in a highly dangerous field of women's gymnastics that she couldn't bring the best to the table and what it could mean to her long-term health, both mentally and physically if she competed. So she's been training for this for years. She was there at the Olympics, pulled out. I think it is beyond commendable to prioritize your health above all else. So that's what she did. So one, she looked at her health, made a conscious decision, which was seemed counterintuitive at the time, and certainly had her naysayers, but no question in my mind she made the right decision. Next, her wealth. So on the surface, seemingly she did things that will hurt her wealth. She took opportunities to be even further decorated and even further cement herself as the greatest female Olympian of all time, or gymnast at least. She would, if she won more golds, there comes with financial benefits to it, Wheaties, boxes, and she'd be the face of everything. And she chose her overall well-being and her overall wealth over her financial wealth. And what I think by following this decision, it's going to inevitably lead to wealth as she'll be a spokesperson for other brands. She'll be considered a highly sought after public speaker and an inspiration for others, which is a part of wealth. She'll coach other young aspiring athletes, female and male, and talk about sort of the mental health side of things. Really, I think at the end of the day, bring wealth to many more people by not making the financially smart or intuitive decision. And then finally, her happiness. We know that happiness is, again, the be-all, end-all. That's why we do most things we do in our life is to experience happiness. And here she was conscious enough and self-aware enough to in the height of and all the pressures of this competition, to prioritize her happiness. And I can tell you, I have two young daughters and a younger son, and man, what an inspiration and what a role model for them to say, you know what, I'm going to prioritize my happiness, because at the end of the day, these competitions will end and people will remember them as they will. But she's got to go home and she's got to look herself in the mirror and she's got to be happy with who she is and not just when she's competing, and live the rest of her life to the fullest. And she did that. And I'm really blown away and humbled to see someone who is so highly respected in her craft and so talented choose her wealth, her health, and her happiness over other outside pressures. So Let it be a lesson to us all. That's what this week's blog's about. Give a read. Hopefully you feel as inspired as I do. And as always, stay wealthy, stay healthy, stay happy. I'm Andrew Rosen. Take care.